City pop. You've probably heard it before, maybe without even realizing it. But what if I told you that the best soundtracks for late night drives were created over 40 years ago in the land of the rising sun? City pop isn't just music, it's an entire aesthetic that millions of people connect with. It just draws you another realm, just how a time machine does. And when you tapped in, then boy, it's hard to get out of this, because the sound will make you miss a time you never even lived through. And if you're a nerd like me, then you probably want to know just everything about city pop and where it has its origins, right? But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Maurice and I love Japan and everything surrounding it. By the way, English isn't my native language, so I hope you can forgive any small mistakes here and there. But come on, at the end of the day, there's one thing we all have in common, right? We love Japan, city pop, and a nostalgic 80s vibe. So whatever broke you here, I hope you feel at home on my channel. From time to time I'll be talking about Japan in general, some 80s, 90s, anime kind of stuff, obviously city pop, and all of the other nostalgic stuff you're craving for, my friends. So I have you covered there. City pop emerged in Japan in the late 70s and peaked around the 80s when Japan's economy was booming, and that led Japan to become one of the richest countries by the time. They were producing anything you could have dreamed of, and as usual, they did it fast and good, like really good. We got amazing cars, electronic devices like the iconic Walkman, the best anime. We basically got nothing but only the best stuff, and city pop was one of these things. It's just the perfect mix of jazz, funk, disco and soft rock, but with that smooth, dreamy nostalgic touch that makes it so special for us. It just perfectly reflected the successful, carefree era Japan was experiencing at the time. And at the time, it wasn't even considered a real genre. It was just the cool, trendy sound of Japan's bustling city life. I mean, imagine cruising through Tokyo at night, neon lights reflecting on the car windows. Yeah, that's exactly the vibe I'm talking about. Artists like Tatsuri Yamashita, Maria Takeuchi and Anri, all of whom I talk about in later videos, helped shape the sound of city pop, and the music still feels fresh even today. But despite how smooth and timeless it was, city pop just kinda disappeared. I mean, like all trends, it had its moments, and by the 90s, Japan's economy took a big hit. New music styles took over, and people just moved on. City pop became something your parents might have played on a road trip for that nostalgic feel, you know? It basically got lost in time, but then again, how did we rediscover these jams? Around the early 2010s, a new genre started spreading across the internet. And yeah, you guessed it, it was vaporwave. It wasn't an overnight phenomenon, but rather a movement that grew from an obsession with 80s and 90s aesthetics. It all started as an internet experiment, built around slowing down old music, adding glitches and creating a strange, almost surreal sense of nostalgia for a time many of us never even lived through. Vaporwave turned all commercial, smooth jazz and pop into something dreamy and hypnotic. One album in particular caught the internet's attention. Flower Shoppy by Macintosh aka Vectoroid. The track Lisa Frank 420 Modern Computer, which actually sampled Diana Ross' It's Your Move, became the anthem of the Vaporwave movement. People went crazy for its slow, warped and nostalgic vibe. The visuals, the music, it all tapped into this longing for the past. And that's where things got interesting. As Vaporwave grew, people obviously started asking where these sounds actually come from. And that's when they eventually stumbled upon city pop. At first it was just niche internet circles talking about it, but then one song changed everything. Maria Takeuchi's Plastic Love suddenly started appearing in YouTube recommendations, and before we knew it, it had millions of views. That one track, smooth, melancholic, yet timeless, became the gateway drug to city pop for a whole new generation. From random YouTube algorithms to TikTok edits and remixes, the song just blew up. And fast forward to today, 2025, and city pop is now a big deal again. Millions of people vibe to these dreamy, nostalgic sounds, and even modern artists have jumped on the trend like The Weeknd, who sampled Tomoko's Aran's Midnight Pretender in the song Out of Time. And in my opinion, this is just the beginning. I mean, there's so much more to the story of city pop, vaporwave, whatever, and how music and media from the past are shaping our present. And that's why I want to dive even deeper into the iconic artists of city pop, 80s, 90s, anime kind of stuff, you name it. So if you enjoyed this video and want to discover all these things together, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. And let me know in the comments who's your favorite city pop artist. Also, I've linked my Spotify playlist down below, so if you want to keep the vibes going and maybe find some new city pop artists, feel free to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I catch you in the next one.